Hey guys, I'm back and we are headed to Bolivia. Yes, Bolivia, and we're making salteñas. Yes guys, B is for Bolivia. So this was definitely a labor of love, guys. This took me 2 days to make. I definitely underestimated it, but you know what? It was worth it. I just can't wait to really tell you guys how it all began. Salteñas are actually similar to empanadas, actually very similar as you can see. And so basically it's filled with peppers, chopped eggs actually, chicken, raisins, peas, and I believe that's it, right? And so if I'm missing anything, and potatoes, how can I forget? And potatoes. And so basically, you know, I was just basically prepping my food right here. But yeah, you know, just doing this challenge has been so much fun because I am learning so much about these countries, as well as, guys, this food is not processed. But yeah, so the chicken, as you can see, I sauteed the onions. I just shredded the chicken. I pre-boiled it. And so as you can see that I pre-boiled the chicken. I sauteed the onions, the peppers, the garlic. I poured in the chicken broth that I got from boiling the chicken for a while. And so after that, I mixed it around, and it created a wonderful juice. I put the peas, the carrots, potatoes, all those good spices, right, including salt, cumin, chili powder, parsley, a little sugar, salt, oregano, and I topped it off with a bay leaf, okay? And so after that, after it cooked down and removed the bay leaf, you know, we mixed it up, and then it was ready to be, it had to set. But before so, I had to throw in those chopped boiled eggs. Remember, it's filled with eggs, it's the boiled eggs. So I topped it off with chopped boiled eggs, mixed it up, and then by this point, it's actually time to be placed in the fridge. And so I was like, okay, place in the fridge, not knowing you have to place that thing in overnight. And so that was cool. Now for the empanada. As you can see, that little red thing that I showed you just a while ago. So that's called achiote. So that achiote is actually what gives the empanada the color. And fun fact, did you know that the achiote is actually what's used to make cheddar cheese orange? I did not know that. Literally, guys, this empanada, this food is so, it is made from scratch. I'm talking scratch. If you thought you made from scratch before, no, this is scratch, okay? Down to the coloring. We use no processed food, and including the anato, which is the achiote seed. Oh, look at the dough ball. It was so much fun. It's been a while since I made bread, so I was really excited to get back into the bread game. Usually you use it with all-purpose flour. I use bread flour because I actually forgot to get all-purpose flour. But you know what? As you can see in my little background, isn't it cute? That it came out just fine. And so now, you know, if it's bread flour, you know, you got to get the kneading. So we needed this bad boy for about 10 minutes, okay? We needed it for about 10 minutes. It was just fun. I don't know about you guys, but I love to knead bread. It's just therapeutic for me. Really, being in the kitchen is therapeutic. I can't help it. But guys, this was so much fun. By this point, it was so late, and I was like, oh, okay, it's fine. The kids are sleeping. I get my time to knead some bread and just relax. Had some music playing on in the background. I danced a little bit, but you probably won't see that because I think I cut that part out. Didn't mean to, but it's okay. That's just me, right? And so after that, you know, after kneading, you know, I rolled it out because what happens is you want to now roll it out good enough so that it can create squares so that I can turn each square into a ball. So you want to create it into a ball. So by this point, I was just like, okay, cool, roll it out. That's exciting. I love to roll. I love my rolling pin, okay? In fact, I would love to get another rolling pin. Like, why not? I love to roll. It's so weird, but I don't know. I do. I love pastries. I love making pastries. I think I should have been a pastry chef. As a matter of fact, I even had like a cookbook for children about desserts. Like, I love to bake desserts, bread. Like, I love it all. And so this is, you got to understand, like, I slowed it down just a little bit so you can understand, like, I love to roll, and I love to knead, and I love to bake. So yes, after you get it to a nice thickness and you roll it out good, you're now you're forming each piece into a ball. You want to cut it up and into squares and then fold each piece into a ball, as you can see. So I'm making a ball, each dough a ball, because remember, we're making empanadas, right? So we're making each dough a ball. And do you see that pretty color? Guys, look how gorgeous that color is on that dough. And listen, you have to understand, right? Like, this is natural, right? So this is coming from a seed, which, by the way, with that seed, what you do is that you take the seed, put it in some butter, and melt it and let it sit, and then you take the seeds out and just use the butter, and that butter is what creates the color. So after I rolled off all the balls, now the balls have to rest. I'm like, okay, cool, that makes sense, right? It's getting later, but it's all good. I'm a little tired, but I'm like, you know what? I'm in my zone now, where bacon is one thing to cook, it's another thing to bake, baby. And so we had to let that sit for like 20 minutes. So now I'm rolling it out so it could be a nice size for an empanada. So I think this was around like 19 little balls. So yes, this is about like 19 empanadas. So I'm rolling it out. One quick thing. Also, you know, don't be afraid of flour. Like, flour is your friend. Don't be afraid of flour. The level of resting that we're going to be doing, trust me, you won't have to be afraid of it being too much. So if you don't want it to stick, so definitely sprinkle some flour on those bad boys, and it's going to be just fine, especially bread flour, especially for empanadas, right? And so yeah, guys, I am still looking at that color. Well, anyways, after I finished rolling them out, then you have to place it in an airtight bag, and then you have to let it refrigerate for 3 hours, right? And which makes sense because the level of filling that's in these, I keep calling it empanadas. Forgive me, guys. Forgive me, Bolivia. So it's the Salteñas, you need it. So as you can see, this is the next day. That's how late it's been going. So I woke up, I was like, you know what? Let me get myself together, but I have to keep going, as you can see, right? Shout out to the robe. But yes, I had to keep going. And so another fun fact about these salteñas is that what differentiates them is how it's designed. So as you can see, the little braided part on the top. So I just wanted to slow it down so you can have, a little vision of the technique of how they do it. So you basically close it, then you press it all together, and then you kind of turn each corner over and over so it can have like this braided look at the top of it. Isn't it cute? But yeah, I only did this one, but you can feel, I did all of them, but I just, showed you guys this one. But this was actually fun. Like I said, when we were in Afghanistan, I love labor of love. I love to take my time personally when making a meal. It's not always the most convenient thing, right? Just always on the go with so much things going on, but I love it so much. I love it. It's so fun. So yes, as you can see, those are the empanadas. Goodness, I keep calling it empanadas. Those are the salteñas, and they're so cute. So you did like a cute egg whitewash, I'll say. And so then you bake them. Look how golden they are, and you bake them at 475. The key is for these, you want to get them nice and hot. They bake at 475, and look, guys, you know what's amazing? You see how hard it looks on the outside? Oh, you just bite into it. It is so soft on the inside, and it's like a little crunch. All it is that hardness is some light layer, a light crunch. It was so much fun. What's my review on it? It is good. Like, it does have a sweet note to it. So I'm as far as like sweet and savory, I prefer either sweet or savory depending upon like what I'm eating. But it was actually good. The fillings, it was a lot of fillings, like a different combination of things. But my husband seemed to enjoy it. And you know what? It was really good for me too. Please make sure to subscribe. I would really appreciate your support. And don't forget to like and comment. Tell me your thoughts. So are you ready for our next stop?